2010 Toyota Camry radiator replacement. This one has failed. It's leaking from the top, sealed. So we're gonna replace them. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna drain our coolant. This is the setup I have. Drain our coolant. It's I put a hose and then I put in one of those antifreeze bottles to catch our coolant. And we're gonna lose our radiator plug in there, loosen up to start catching our coolant. Second thing is we're gonna do, once our coolant is lower enough, has drained enough, we're gonna remove our upper radiator hose, our air box. We're gonna remove our air box. Then we're gonna start removing our connectors for the cooling fans. So let's get to do that. We're gonna remove our 10mm bolts here for the air box. Let's see over here. I believe this one just comes undone once you remove those two bolts. All right, second step after we have removed our upper radiator hose from here, we're gonna remove our wiring connector harness. We're gonna take this clip out of here, this other clip from over here, and then we're gonna disconnect our fan assembly, this other fan over here, and then we're gonna remove our support, this here on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to disconnect our horn. You can leave your horn connected and just take out these two bolts, this one and this one, if you don't want to disconnect the horns from each plug. You can just leave it here like I did, or you can take them out. So we got this out of the way. That's nice of Toyota that that have done this design, that you can take out this front piece. It makes your life a lot easier. Now we're gonna remove our AC condenser away from our radiator. 1 bolt, 2 bolts, the fan assembly, this right here. You just press on them, pull your plastic, pull your fan assembly to the front. Same way here, and same way here, and then you will be able to pull this back and remove your fan assembly as one piece. I have the radiator fan assembly out. It gave me a little bit of fight, but after I remove the heat shield, 2 bolts from this fan over here, I was able to get it out of the way really easy, because that heat shield was catching on this bolt over here and giving me a little bit of trouble. This is the heat shield that I'm talking about, 2 bolts. Once I got that, it was really easy to pull up. So now we're gonna remove the 2 bolts from AC condenser, the bottom radiator hose, and this radiator is coming out. After I had disconnected the lower radiator hose, the AC condenser has another 2 bolts on the bottom, one over there, and the second one right down there. So keep an eye for those bolts. Sometimes they're hard to see, but that's the only way you're gonna remove them from the radiator away from your AC condenser. 2 bolts, that's it. So 2 bolts on the bottom, 2 on the top, that's 4 total. Remove your bottom radiator hose, and the radiator, it's coming out really easy. This radiator was leaking. You can see in the spot right there as well. So that's how you do it. This radiator is easy to remove, very easy. Toyota Camry 2.5 2010 Thermostat replacement. thermostat is located here under this housing. Two nuts, two 10mm nuts, one on top, one on the bottom. You remove that, get your hose out of the way. Probably just stick it down there. And there you have your thermostat. You replace your new thermostat with the new gasket sealed. You have to purchase them separate because they don't come with the gasket. And remember to install your new thermostat with the bleeder pin at 12 o'clock. Bleeder pin at 12 o'clock. That's for easy purging of the or bleeding the coolant system. The air. I have installed my new thermostat in place. Make sure when you remove your old one, you remove also the gasket. On my case, the gasket stay inside, and I removed the thermostat without it, and then I have to remove the gasket separate. I installed the new gasket on the thermostat, the new thermostat, but I had to push it evenly, because if you don't push it evenly, the gasket will come undone and it will stick out on one side, and then you're gonna have a leak. So make sure it's even, and it didn't came off from the metal of the thermostat all the way around, and it feels the same all the way around with your finger. You feel it. It feels like a bigger bump on one side. Find out why, remove it and install it back again. This one is well installed, and it's the bleeder pin is at 12 o'clock. So that's all for it. Just tie those hose back in place. After I have installed my radiator, the 4 bolts with the AC condenser, the one on the bottom, one on top, one on the bottom, one on the top. I already installed my lower radiator hose. I'm gonna finish it from the bottom. Now I'm gonna lift my radiator a little bit out of its resting place, and I'm gonna install my cooling fan assembly. I have installed my radiator fan assembly. I put all the wire connectors where they belong. Also, I make sure the plastic on the bottom has 2 legs. This radiator fan assembly, make sure they rest on the legs over there on the bottom. So after that, we're just gonna put the cross metal over here, and we're almost done. Okay, it's almost done over. I got all the bolts tightened up. The only tricky one was this one on the middle, but what I did, I just used a ratchet wrench like this one. Once I put them in place, I could turn it with a ratcheting wrench like this one. So that was the easiest way, just to put them in there and then start ratcheting until it ties all the way down. Don't forget to tighten your bolts for your hood latch, your hoses, your hose clamps. Also your shield for your fan, heat shield. Don't forget to put it back. Now we just have to do is just fill it with coolant and bleed the system until there's no air. That's pretty much all for this project. Okay, hopefully this helps you out. I'm not a professional by any means, but I try to help people out by creating some videos. So if you like it, just give it a thumbs up. Thank you.